ancient wisdom from the elders. The elders being the Golden Girls, because they are our timeless ladies. I don't know. I love them. I love the show. I love them. I got the tarot deck. Here's the thing. Tarot, psychic readings, all of that, it doesn't have to be like super crazy serious. It doesn't have to be some big ceremonial, very serious thing. It can be fun. It can be fun. Oops, sorry, Sophia. So that's what we're here to do today is have some fun and gain some insight. Both can happen. You can gain very prophetic, life-changing insight while having a good time. That's allowed. So that's what we're here to do today. Okay, this is going to be a pick a card reading. Today we have 4 instead of 3. I usually like to work in 3s. Who is she? I don't know. Regardless, here are our 4 golden girls along with a crystal if you would prefer to choose that way. You can get something and enjoy this reading even if you are not familiar with the show. It's still a real live psychic tarot reading. It's just with this very niche deck, okay? So for pile number 1, we have the Queen of Cups, which is rose, and a blue lace agate. The blue lace agate. I don't know why I had to say these things this way, okay, yeah. For pile number 2, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Blanche, and a red jasper up here. It is unpolished, so it's, you know, real and raw. I don't know, whatever. For pile number 3, we have the Queen of Swords, who is Dorothy, and a lithium quartz. And for pile number 4, we have the Queen of Wands, Sophia, and a lizardite stone up there. So this is your time to pick your piles right now. Find the time in the description below for your reading, and I will see you there. Trust your intuition, trust your magic, choose your pile now, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your super fun reading. This is a timeless reading message that is meant for you right now with the Golden Girls. Wisdom from the elders, if you will. Here we go. I'm going to move Rose, our Queen of Cups, right there, so you can see her hanging out, leading this reading. There, I think that's a-okay. A little shadowy over there, but that's all right. We're working in front of a window, so we do what we can. We let the sun and the universe do what it's doing. Okay, we're going to pull from the Golden Girls tarot deck, and then I have a Ancestors ghosty deck that we'll pull from at the end, I think. All my decks will be linked in the description below if you want to pick some up for yourself. This Golden Girls deck is limited edition. There are many decks, the Golden Girls deck you can find online, but I think they're counterfeit. So I don't know if I can... I found this one on eBay and I had to compare boxes and make sure it was the real thing, but so I might link this one, I might not. I don't know. If you want it, ask and I'll see what I can find for you. Okay, enough jibber jabber. What do they need to hear? Guides, messengers, ancestors with good intentions for us, and these entity, energy type things that are these characters from this beloved TV show. What do my people need to know? What do my friends, pile number 1? What do they need to know right now? What message do they need? I've got somebody sticking out the bottom here. The Knight of Cups. Interesting. The Nine of Swords. Why are you afraid of love? And the King of Cups, oh my gosh, that's so the message. Like it's screaming at me. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? There is big love meant for you. There is literally a knight in shining armor. Maybe not literally, there is figuratively a knight in shining armor waiting for you. Okay, that big love that you want, that big love. I'm talking your person. I'm talking the life-changing, I see other people have this love, I want it too, that is waiting for you, but for some reason you are afraid of it. I don't know if this is a fear of abandonment. I don't know if this is a fear of rejection. I don't know if this is, I don't love myself, so I don't know how to love other people. Whatever that is, your own fear is the only thing stopping you from achieving that goal. We have the King of Cups here at the end. So this is like a journey. Do you see what this is? We're going from night through the anxiety and through the panic into the leader and the king. And there we are, right? All of this cup energy, right? You chose cups, love, relationships, Knight of Cups, charging into love and relationships, King of Cups, ruler of love and relationships, okay? This is like, I see this progression for you. And like this anxiety, it's not working for you anymore, okay? I mean, was it ever? No, not anymore. It's not working for you, period. So what are you afraid of? Just think about that right now. Like, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you picture, okay, so in your mind, you're going to picture the love that you want, that relationship. Oh my gosh, it's so good and beautiful, and you feel loved and you love them and you are happy and fulfilled and everything feels wonderful and magical. Get that in your head, okay? When you've got that picture, I want you to answer this question without thinking about it, okay? You've got your picture, here it comes. What are you afraid of? Don't think. That thing that popped right into your head immediately, do you really need to be afraid of that? Do you really need to be afraid of that, okay? Sometimes the answer is yes, and like, that's okay, all right? Because you can work through that, okay? We have fear keeps us alive, okay? But like that is stopping you. It is so, you are stopping you. Your fear is stopping you. Just because you're afraid of that doesn't mean it's going to come true. Just because you're afraid they're eventually going to leave doesn't mean they're going to leave, okay? And here's another thing I kind of want you to consider, okay? Stay with me for a second, okay? Right now you're probably feeling lonely, alone, and just have so much yearn and desire for this very specific love that you've been looking for and hoping for, okay? You don't have it. You want it. It's there for you, but you don't have it, okay? That is hard. That feels awful. That feels awful, okay? That feels awful, right? Now imagine, okay, imagine just like before, that picture perfect in your mind, okay? It's fantastic. And they leave. Follow through with your fear and they leave. Now you're feeling lonely and alone and awful. You have yearning and desire for what you had, right? Right now you have yearning, desire for what you want and what you can have, but you don't have it. You're afraid of being lonely and alone, and you're afraid of yearning and desiring a person who is left. Those are the same feelings. This is a choose your hard. This is a concept, I can't remember who came up with it. Whoa. See the sun change right there? That means, hey, pay attention, listen, okay? Choose your hard. It's hard to be lonely. It's hard to go through a breakup. I'm not saying this is going to end in a breakup. I'm saying both of those things feel terrible. But you can feel terrible without having had this great and fantastic love. You can be without that. You can give that up because you're afraid that you're going to have it and lose it. Or you can experience it and maybe possibly lose it, but have the experience of it. Have the lessons that will come from it. Have the experiences that will come from it. Have the joy. Like, it's basically what I'm saying to you is this sounds doom and gloom, but what I'm saying to you is none of that is guaranteed. That is not what this reading is saying. This reading is saying big and beautiful love is meant for you. And you're stopping yourself because you're afraid that of whatever it is that's going to happen when you get that big, beautiful love. But the thing is that's happening now. You don't have the big, beautiful love and you're unhappy. You can get the big, beautiful love and you might lose it and then you'll be unhappy. Both lead to unhappiness. One's not worse than the other. So you may as well take the risk, because right now, without taking that risk and without that big love and chasing after that big love, you will be lonely and unhappy. That's, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, okay? If you don't ask, the answer is always no, okay? But if you take the chance and power through your anxiety and be vulnerable and let this love into your life, it is not a guarantee that you will end up back where you are now, which is lonely and unhappy. That's not a guarantee. That's a guarantee if you don't chase it. If you do chase it and it doesn't go as expected, you're right back where you started. Why not try? Otherwise, you're just stuck here. You're stuck right here. Okay? And that's not what you want. That's not what you want. So you may as well go after what you want, because if you go after it, if you don't get it, if you don't have it, you're already disappointed. You're coming from disappointment because you don't have what you want. If you try to get it and you can't get it, you're disappointed. You're in the same position. So you may as well try, because not trying guarantees you won't get it, where trying really ups your chances. You're more likely to get it than not get it if you try, especially with love. There's love everywhere. There's plenty of love. And there's really, really big, beautiful love meant for you, okay? We have Rose and Miles, who eventually ends up not being Miles. It's a whole thing. But this is a very evolving and long-running romance between these two, okay, in the show. Like, they come together, king and queen, right here, okay? You know what you want. Your anxiety, whatever it is that you're afraid of, is stopping you from getting it. So you need to just be brave. Be brave, okay? You need to be brave, okay? Now we're going to pull from the, oh my gosh, I cannot remember the name of this deck. It's Ancestors something. I will put it in the description because this one is still available and I love it. I call it my dead people deck. But we're going to pull from your ancestors specifically. Okay, these are the wisdom of the elders here from this show that we like. And now we're going to pull from your ancestors. Okay, the ancestors who are listening here, who are with us, who love our friends here, who are asking, what do they need to know from you about this big love and about being brave in chasing it and accepting it, being vulnerable and being in love? What do they need to know? What message can you give them to help them be brave and accepting? I've got a couple of cards. Oh, that one. Vanity. Fascinating. I want to pull a second one. Got this guy sticking out here. I don't know. That's too many, friends. I know you have a lot to say. They're chattering about. Just one more. Oh, okay, okay. Don't worry about how it looks. Okay, so we have from your ancestors. These are your ancestors speaking, okay? Vanity and Haunted here. They are telling me, don't be afraid of how it looks to other people. Essentially what I'm saying is you are being haunted by other people's view on your love life. Or you're haunting yourself by what their view might be. They may have expressed an opinion, someone important to you, your family, your friend groups, whatever, has maybe expressed an opinion on your dating history, your love life, your current relationship, whatever. But like they may have expressed that opinion, or you may just think that's their opinion and you're acting on that. That's haunting you. Your ancestors are saying that like how your relationship looks to other people doesn't matter. What your relationship is matters. And it's almost like you're chasing a relationship that you think you want, but isn't actually what's best for you. Where it's like you think you want to be with a certain person who looks a certain way and has a certain job and is in a certain phase of life, or has a certain personality trait, or is I don't know. It's like you have a picture in your head of what a perfect relationship looks like, and if it doesn't match up to that 100%, you don't think this is meant for you. And that's not exactly true. That's where vanity coming in, saying how it looks doesn't really matter. What it is matters, and you're being haunted, and you know, this is haunting your dreams. I wouldn't be surprised if you're having nightmares about this. Are you having like nightmares about people leaving, breakups, love that's unfulfilling, a bad relationship, a relationship you can't get out of, whatever that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you're having nightmares about this relationship fear that you have. So whatever it is you're afraid of, know that how it looks may not be what it is. So if you're afraid of commitment, if you're afraid that you're not able to handle commitment, maybe what you think commitment looks like or feels like isn't true. Maybe it doesn't feel that way. You won't know until you try. So you're really being haunted by how you think a relationship should be, or what other people are telling you your relationship should be. You know the truth. You know, and intuitively you know what is best and good for you. Okay. So be brave. Take the chance, and let what a relationship should be fall out of your head and follow your heart. Okay. Knight of Cups, follow your heart. Okay? Okay, don't be haunted. Okay? Your ancestors are moving you along. Okay? They're slapping this little horse on the butt here, being like, move it. Okay, so stop pulling on the reins out of fear. Go get the love that's meant for you. Okay, go get the love that's meant for you. I hope this connected. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for having a little bit of fun with me. I told you, with a fun deck, we can still get something really profound, and just go and be brave. I believe in you. Your ancestors are with you and believe in you. And that is the wisdom of the elders for you today, and the message that you needed. Thank you so much for being here. Help the earth help you by taking care of her. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my other readings, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We are here to pull for the message that you need. We are going to pull from the Golden Girls tarot deck here. That was a funky way to show you a deck. There you go. And I also have what I call my dead people deck, so that we can speak to your actual ancestors for some wisdom from the elders, if you will. This is a timeless reading. There we go. So a little further over so we have some space. This is a timeless reading, and it's meant for you when you find it. And all of that, all the things I should have said in the intro, yada, yada, yada. I will link my decks in the description below if you want to get set for yourself. However, the Golden Girls Tarot deck was limited edition. I was able to find it on eBay. I'll try to maybe link some eBay results. You can find a Golden Girls Tarot deck online, but I have a sneaking suspicion they are counterfeit because the box is different than the actual deck that was made. So I'm not confident linking those, but I'll see what I can do in the description below. Okay, let's see what you need to know. Guides, messengers, ancestors with good intentions for my friends here in pile number 2. What message do they need right now? What do they need to know? What message do they need? What wisdom do they need? They need to know something coming for them. What do they need to know right now? The Star card reversed. Oh. We need a little hope, huh? Let's pull one more. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Whacked me right in the microphone, I think. Okay. Feeling hopeless. You want to be led somewhere. 7 of Cups here is super interesting. Okay, we have the Star reversed, the Magician, and the 7 of Cups reversed. We're going to start here with the Star card. Hope, excitement, inspiration. Really, hope is like this big word. And this card here being reversed is telling me that you're really it's very giving up energy. I'm feeling like you are really on this precipice of, I think I should just give this up. I think I should just add this to the pile of dead dreams. This isn't meant for me. I think I'm just going to stop trying, stop looking, whatever. This vibe of, I just need to stop. I just need to stop. The Magician here is saying that it's not that you need to stop, it's that you need to go a different way. Okay, we've got Sophia here, right? Wise Sophia Petrillo, Magician, saying that you are trying to be led in a different direction and you're just not listening. You're not noticing. It's not like you're ignoring and you're saying you're in defiance. Like, I'm not saying you are actively saying no to being led to this great thing that you want, or this next phase of your life, or the change or the happiness or whatever it is that you're after. I'm saying that they're trying to lead you and you're not catching the vibes. It's like you've got a fairy godmother being like, hey, yoo-hoo, over here behind you. And you're just like, I don't know what to do. I can't see anybody helping me. And she's like, hello, I'm back here. Okay, so I think that a perspective shift will help you a lot. And I think that tuning in, listening to your guides, looking at some readings, those kinds of things. 7 of Cups. I just want to see what we can get here. This and being led into, it's almost like this is interesting. Here I'm getting this giving up energy. Over here I'm getting a starting over energy. I'm getting this fresh start, new beginning. That's like what's in your future, is this fresh breath of fresh air, fresh start. It's not, see, I say fresh start and new beginning. At first I said starting over, where it's like you feel like it's starting over, but it's actually a whole different fresh start, because those are different. Starting over is kind of this idea of starting from the beginning and repeating the same process, but it's not that. It's doing something different. It's not, so like the message here says to go from giving up to doing something different, because that will get you led to what it is that you want, that you're after in the first place. It's kind of like you're doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, or you're considering trying again instead of trying something different. Okay, so for example, Queen of Pentacles here, we could say this is about your job. Okay, Pentacles is earth, and sometimes that has to do with job. Not all the time, but so let's say that you're just considering giving up and quitting and going someplace new, or you're considering, you wanted this promotion or this change in departments or whatever. You want this evolution with your career, and it's just not happening. And so you're like, I'm just going to stop trying and just be happy where I am and call it a day. Whatever. This isn't going to happen. It's not meant for me. When it's like, maybe instead of, you need to try something new. So whatever you've been trying, whether that's, okay, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to come in earlier, I'm going to stay later, I'm going to go the extra mile, I'm going to bring in these new clients, I'm going to underpromise and overperform. It's like maybe those things aren't working and you need to try something different, which is marching into your supervisor's office and asking for a raise, asking for a promotion, starting the conversation. Okay, maybe you've started the conversation and they said, oh yeah, I'll think about it. And maybe now you need to apply those actions I spoke of earlier, right? Overperform a little bit, show that you can do it. Maybe it's just start doing this job anyway, and then they'll see that you can handle this, right? Like, it's like you need to do a different thing. Okay, that's just one example. If this were work, if this were your love life, it's the same thing. If you've been dating here, try dating online. try joining a volunteer group to meet somebody instead. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of things where it's like if it's not working, don't stop. Try something different. Okay, if you're after some success somewhere, stop trying to get it in the usual ways and think outside the box. You know what I mean? Like it's really about trying something new and different that you haven't tried, because you are in this cycle of, and that's why you want to give up, is because it's this cycle of trying the same, you know, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When you have guides and ancestors that are like, oh my gosh, please, like, just please, just, they're just trying to push you in ways, and you're just kind of stuck in this rut, and you're not seeing that there are other options. Because there are other options, and it's not as overwhelming as you think it's going to be. Because I think you're also kind of afraid that if you try something new, or if you really put your whole heart into this and maybe you even get it, like it's going to be very overwhelming, or maybe it's going to feel like starting over, and that is really scary and overwhelming, when the fact of the matter is it's not going to be as overwhelming as you think. It's going to be different, it's going to be new, and it's going to be exciting, but it's not going to come with that feeling of you're drowning and you have no idea what's going on anywhere. It's not going to come with that feeling. It's not going to come from that feeling. And it's not going to leave, I also want to just tack at the end here to say that it's not going to leave you feeling indecisive. So like where maybe this giving up is you making a decision when it's like, no, it isn't. Trying something new, deciding on what to try, deciding on to keep going. That's a decision you have to make. Okay, and it's like you're really maybe putting that off. You're putting off the commitment, and you're being indecisive. So you're just going to give up instead. And like, that's not going to get you what you want. Your guides are like, please don't do that. Please do not do that. Don't do that. That's not going to help you. It's not what's meant for you. It's not good for you. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to pull from a dead people deck. That's what I call it. This is my deck of ancestors. Okay. I cannot remember the name of this deck, and the box is in a different room, and I don't want to go get it. It's a beloved ancestors or something like that. I will link it in the description below, but this is who I reach out to for ghosts and ancestors. Okay, so we're going to reach out to your specific ancestors. All right, your elders. Right, we're here with wisdom from the elders. Okay, we're going to reach out to your elders. Okay, your family, your ancestors, those watching over you. Ancestors who are here listening to my friends. What do they need to know to help them do something different and get out of this rut? How can we help them? Research. Okay, so we have academic. Okay. Good old-fashioned research. Let's get a little clarity there. Maybe something they need to look into. This card. Perception. Okay, yeah. See, perception right there saying you need to do something different. Change your perspective. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing look for... Okay, can you finish the sentence? Look for it. You need to look at this area of your life that you're thinking of giving up on. Okay, this thing that you're thinking of just letting it go and forgetting about it and giving up. If you didn't give up and you got what you want, what would that look like? What would it look like? What would it feel like? Imagine in your mind you have that thing that you're chasing, that you're thinking of giving up on. If you didn't feel the way you feel now and you got what you wanted, what does that look like and what does that feel like? And then think about if that's what you really actually want. Think of some of the details. Think of the changes that will happen in your life. Think of the the routines and the people and your environment and your just daily life. And how would that be different if you got this thing that you want? And if that excites you, then you need to find something new, a new way of achieving it, right? But I think that the perspective, and I think that it is going to be what you want. I think it's going to come with a little bit of, oh wow, yeah, that will change a lot, and that's going to leave you feeling really excited or give you some dread with that overwhelm feeling I was talking about. But I think that the perspective of what it really looks like, this thing, the end goal of what you're feeling like you want to give up on, that's going to give you, thinking about what that looks like is going to help you gain the perspective you need to figure out a new thing to try. So that's why the academic is here to say, study that. Look at it from a logical perspective, from an analytical perspective, and maybe work your way backwards. Here's the goal. This is what I need for that. 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 And work backwards to see the steps needed to get to where it is you want to go. But you've got to get a new mindset on this thing, because it's just such a cycle that you're in, I feel like, of giving up. And your ancestors are like, and same with the magician here, saying like there's something different, like there's better for you than this cycle that you're in. There's better for you. You're meant for more. Okay? You're meant for better. You're meant for the happiness and fulfillment and success that you want, and the love that you want, and all of these things. Okay? That's meant for you. They're trying to get you there. But you've got yourself stuck in try and give up and try and give up and try and give up. And it's like, that's not working. We have to try something new. Okay? And that's where you need to get the perception of it. Your perspective needs to shift. And you need to start looking at the details. Okay? She's looking through this thing. Okay? You need to start looking at the details. From a very analytical and logical perspective, like a student. You need to basically become a student of your own life and actions, and that's going to open your eyes to the new thing you can try, is what I'm saying. So picture in your mind this thing that you want to give up on, and pay attention to the feelings and the changes that will have to happen in your life, and that's going to kind of open your eyes to what you can try that's new. And you've got your ancestors behind you in this. They want this for you. Okay. You just haven't, that's why academic is here. You haven't figured out how to get it yet. That's why you don't have it. It's not because it's not meant for you, but because you haven't figured out how to get to it, to get yourself to it. And they're trying to nudge you in that direction. So start listening, meditate, listen, ask for signs, all of the things, okay? Okay, because they want this for you. They want this for you. So don't give up. Just try something new, okay? I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you can get a really profound message out of a fun novelty deck. It's possible. It doesn't have to be that serious, okay? We've got Blanche is the star card, and Sophia's your magician leading you, okay? And your own ancestors are behind you in this, and that's beautiful. So I hope this helped. I hope it connected. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future readings from me. I like to have fun like this all the time, so please subscribe and hang out. Help the earth, help you by taking care of her, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 3. Ooh, welcome to your reading. This is a timeless reading, a message meant for you, the wisdom from the elders, ancient wisdom and things, and let's just see what they have to say, what our golden girl pals have to say, and we're also going to pull from a deck for your own ancestors to kind of see, let them chime in with a little more of a personalized message for you at the end. I will link the decks that I use. I usually link the decks that I use. This Golden Girls deck was a limited edition. There's a lot you can find online, but I just feel like they are counterfeit. So I'm not comfortable linking those. I might find some eBay results if you want to pick up a deck that someone's selling on eBay that's a little more legit. I'll see what I can do. You can check the description box, and the deck that I use for, that's funny, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. Okay. That came out before I asked, though, but that was something to think about. Maybe this has to do with your relationship. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What was I saying? Decks linked below. The decks I use will be linked below. This deck and the deck that I use for your ancestors later will all be linked. Let's get into it. Okay. Guides, messengers, and ancestors with good intentions for us. What do my friends here need to know? What message do they need to hear right now? What do they need to hear from you? What do they need to know about their life and goings on? And how can we help them? What do they need to know? 7 of Swords. Interesting. A lot of sword energy. That's one too many. Death card. You're in for a message today, my friend. I don't want 4. I only want to pull 3. This one, kind of. Let's get one more just to see the end of this. What's kind of coming? What? Oh my gosh. Okay, you're getting 4 cards. That is... The spirits have spoken. Okay. 7 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Ooh. Knight of Swords reversed. Page of Wands. Okay. Okay. We got a happy ending. Kind of. All right, let me see. I'm seeing that something didn't go the way you wanted it to. I almost want to say you stole something. But it's almost, you got what you think you wanted and it's not going well. You don't like it. You don't like it, and I want to say it's because you didn't do your homework. It's kind of what I want to say. You chose the Queen of Swords. She is a woman of harsh truths, just like Dorothy's Bornak. She's not afraid to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what we're here with, and she's here telling you that. She's saying, like, you wanted this, you went for it. I almost want to say that you took a shortcut. You went charging in, you took a shortcut, and it has left you unfulfilled. It's left you in this sad 3 of Swords, rainy, heartbreaky kind of space. And that's why you say you didn't do your homework. That's kind of funny because she's a teacher. It's not that you weren't ready, it's that you didn't dot all your I's and cross all your T's. It's like you didn't read the contract, but you signed it anyway, and now they took all your money. Like that kind of energy is what I'm getting. It's like, this isn't a relationship. I'm not entirely sure what. I think collectively it's in a bunch of different, it's at work, it's in relationships for different people. I'm not getting one specific area that this was in, but I am seeing that this is not panning out. And instead of going back and doing the homework and hoping for this to kind of turn itself around, you gotta tackle something. It's not something else. It's like you there's a new inspiration. Not in this. This is going to, okay. This is a lesson. This is a hard lesson. You didn't do your homework, and now you didn't do well on the midterm. And so it's like, the lesson is, wow, I need to do better for the final. Okay, and that's the Page of Wands here saying, that's okay, because you still have this opportunity to retrace your steps and do it in a different way. See, Page of Wands here, not Page of Swords, right? So this is motivation and inspiration and passion. And I think that this scenario you went after, and the position you have found yourself in, you are in because you thought this is what is best for you, instead of you felt like this was best for you. You thought this was what you wanted. You thought this was where you were supposed to be, and you thought this is what you should It's almost like you're in this position out of not really obligation, but out of like logic and analytics. And this is not a position that calls for that. This is not a scenario that calls for that. You need to go back to the beginning of this and consider your passions and motivations and what really actually lights you up inside, and chase that instead. Like this Knight of Swords is just chasing the wrong thing. Okay? You charged after the wrong thing, and you're not quite ready to charge after what's right. You need to figure out what it is you want to charge after. Okay, this is, ugh. That's just how you feel. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling like you're just tired of your life right now. You're like, I'm just tired of all this. I'm annoyed by everything. I'm not happy. I, by all accounts, should be. I checked all the boxes, okay? But it's like you didn't read the checklist first. You didn't consider the actions on the checklist. You just checked them off, handled them, and now you're in this position of unhappiness. And that's not what's meant for you. That's not the end, okay? That's why the Page of Wands saying, go back to the beginning and don't think, feel. Okay, don't think, feel. Your thinking got you into this mess. Okay, feel first, think second. See, you did all of the thinking and all of the practical steps and you got here. And now you're trying to feel happy with that. Ooh, do you see the sun kind of like dipped behind the window and it got gloomy? Ooh, that means listen to the psychic. She speaks the truth, okay? You thought first and now you're feeling, and you need to do that the other way around. Feel first and then think your way into getting it. Don't think you know what's best for yourself instead of feeling, because you know, this is intuition. Okay, this wand fire energy is excitement and passion. Okay, it's impulsivity, right? The swords is thinking and logical. This is the air sign where you, instead of being impulsive, you overthought every little step to make sure you did everything perfectly and checked every box. And here you are, living a life with something you didn't want to sign up for. You just thought you did. So let's, it's not the end for you. Before I pull from your ancestors, this is not the end for you, okay? Okay, Page of Wands. Go back to the beginning. What do you want? What do you feel like you want? Not what do you think is best for you, okay? What do you actually want to chase? And then think about how to get there instead of the other way around. Okay. The ancestors, and those watching over and leading and protecting my friends here. What do they need to know about this? How can we get in there? How can we help them? Addiction. You have a problem thinking more than anything else. God, I almost want to say, like, the message I'm getting is you're addicted to your thought process. You lean so heavily on the logic and the analytical and the what should be. It doesn't even necessarily have to be logic and analytical. You could say, no, I'm somebody who doesn't think things. That's why I'm in this position. And it's like, it's more like, you're just real good at thinking about things you want, and like thinking about things you want instead of intuitively following the things you want. Change. What do you know? Oh, secret person backstory. Backstory. This is your pattern. Okay. Time to change. Change, right? We have change, and behind it, totally out of you. I thought I only pulled one card. I thought only one came out. Okay. Boop. Peeking its ugly head. This is your pattern. You are in a pattern. It's nasty. Don't like this for you. Okay. You're meant for better and more. Okay, so you so default. This addiction card is really speaking to your default process, which is, okay, what's best for me, and this is what's best for me, and it's best for me because this will get me this, and I think that this is going to be what's going to make me happy, and I think that this is going to think, instead of, right, that's what you've been doing. That's your origin story. That's your backstory. Okay, you're in your own head way too much and you're not in your heart enough. You're not in the rest of you enough. Okay, and that's where your ancestors are saying, change that. Disrupt this pattern. You can. See, change is also here saying that you can disrupt this pattern. Just because this is your default doesn't mean this is who you are. It's just what you've gotten comfortable with. That's why it's an addiction and not like pattern. You know what I mean? Because like this is something that you just do. It's something you have just you relied on it once or twice, and then that became easy and comfortable, so you just keep choosing that without realizing you're choosing that. You think it's who you are, but it's not. You're choosing to be this person. You can be a person who follows their passions and ends up with real happiness and fulfillment, because that's what you want. You just tried to get it in the wrong way by thinking your way to it, by thinking this was the best, when you need to feel first and then think your way to it. That's the change you need to make, is feel. What actually makes you happy, not what should make you happy. Toss out the word should. What do you want? Keep it simple. You want dessert? You know what I mean? Okay, why do you want the disease? No, I should want fruit instead because that's healthier. Okay, yes, but like, you get what I'm saying? It's almost, I can't think of a better example right now, but it's like you need to just go with the silly little, I want that. Don't question why. Just want what you want. And go get it and see what happens. Just see what happens. The worst is you could go back to your default of thinking about everything, okay? I mean, it's got you unhappy, but you can always default back to this. So just follow your instincts and follow your passions and follow your wants without thinking about them too much. Don't think about why. Don't think about how. Just think, I want that. I'm going to get that. I want that. I want the piece of pie. I don't want to eat an apple. I want a piece of apple pie. Okay? Go get the apple pie. Maybe that's going to teach you this thing about cooking, and then you're going to follow it up and go to cooking school, and then you're going to become a 5-star chef, and then your life is amazing and you love it. Okay, that's an extreme, but you see where I'm going with this, okay? Follow your want first and see what that teaches you, because you're still very in your head, and it will teach you the things that you need to know, all right? Feel first, think second. Stop relying on the overthinking, okay? Start. This is the how, not the what, and you're using this for everything. Okay, the thinking, you're thinking about what you want instead of feeling what you want. What do you want? Go after what you want. It's really simple. Go after what you want. Go after what you want. Okay, I hope this connected and was helpful. I feel like this was kind of a confusing message to get out collectively, and so I hope I was able to do that, because it's really important for you to stop. But look, we had a good time, right? We had a good time with a silly deck and still got a pretty profound message. So I think that's pretty cool and that's exciting. So thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my future readings. I like to have fun like this all the time, so we'd love to have you. Thank you again for being here. Please help the earth help you by taking care of her, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. This is a timeless reading, just to see the message you need, just to get what you need to get so that you can have what you want to have. Timeless reading. We're just going to ask the wise elders, of the Golden Girls, the message that you need to hear. And then we will pull from my kind of ancestor. I think it's called the Beloved Ancestor deck. I'll try to remember what it's called. It will be linked in the description below. Usually link my decks in the description in case you want to pick one up for yourself. The Golden Girls deck was a limited edition. There are some available online, a lot available online, but to me, they look counterfeit. So I'm not confident or comfortable linking those. I might link some search results on eBay if I can find something suitable. But yeah, there you have it. I'm just gonna pull and see what you need to hear. What message do they need right now? What do they need to hear? It says stand in the background. Ooh, the sun dipping behind the clouds. That's too many, my friends. There we go. A lot of sword energy today. Come here. Ooh, okay. 10 of Swords reversed, right? That. It's her ex-husband. Okay. Ooh, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting some resurrection energy. Okay, this is a resurgence. You are coming back to life. You either already are having this feeling, like you're already like, yeah, I feel like I'm coming back to life, or you aren't feeling that, and I'm here to tell you that it is coming, which is very exciting. Very exciting. I feel like it's the second one. I feel like you're feeling very stagnant and very just kind of stuck in the swamp of sadness. And look at you, rowing yourself right out of that. Okay, you are leaving the toxicity. That is the phrase that they stuck in my brain. You are going to be leaving the toxicity. You're in it. It is overburdening you. It is squashing you, drowning you, just stomping on you. It is stifling you. Okay, you're going to be exiting that. That's what you need to know. But you're going to do it. See, this is going to be a decision. See, you are the one in the boat rowing. This isn't something that's going to happen that's going to get you out of this. You're going to rescue yourself. You're going to sail away, sail away, sail away. Okay. I'm here to also tell you 5 of Swords in this progression saying, don't hang on to the toxicity that put you in this position in the first place. Okay, so you are in a position, I say toxicity because it's like, whatever happened, whatever trauma, whatever situation, breakup, job loss, moving, fight with your friends, whatever it is, that spiritual problem, whatever got you feeling like kind of dead inside, kind of like you died a little, okay? Whatever that feeling you have now about yourself, self-doubt, low confidence, hopelessness, helplessness, those are the feelings that you need to row away from. Do not bring them with you, because if you do, you're going to just repeat this over and over again, is what's going to happen. This is going to have you just tossed right back here, and you're going to have to start over. So what I'm saying is, if you claw yourself out of this scenario, okay, you work really hard and you climb out of this almost depression hole that you're in, and you start feeling better and doing better, but you keep the mindset of, yeah, I can't really do anything. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, I don't deserve that. Yeah, I need to earn X, Y, Z. I can't have love. I can't progress anymore at my job. I can't go back to college. I can't do, like, those, do not bring them with you. Leave those behind when you leave this, because that is just going to re-sink you. Okay, whether you sunk yourself or whether somebody else sunk yourself, okay, it's gonna sink your boat. Okay, the very sharp sword here that is going to puncture a hole in the bottom of your boat. Okay, and you're gonna just sink again and start over. So that is the real message you need to hear, is to let go of the self-doubt, let go of the toxic behavior you have toward yourself. Okay? Also, maybe do some self-reflecting to see how this behavior has leaked into your relationships, your professional life, your spirituality, all of those things. Okay? How are you letting this affect other people in your life? Okay? Keep that in mind as well. Let's pull really quick from your ancestors. Ancestors, we're here with my friends. What message do you have for them? The lessons, right? This is a lesson. You are learning what you don't need. You are learning who you are not. You are not a person who is incapable. You are a person who can do things. You are a person who is wonderful. Yeah, survive. You're gonna be fine. Okay. Learn the lessons so that you can survive this, crawl out of it, and move on with your life to something bigger and better. Okay. Because there are bigger and better things meant for you. Okay? Is that making sense? You have ancestors watching over you, guiding you. Their hands are on your shoulders, they're holding your hand, and they're trying to lead you out of this. Okay? But they are begging you to leave all of these mean things you think about yourself behind. They are not true. And they have you repeating this. Or will have you if you're not already repeating it, but I feel like you may already be repeating it. So learn. Learn what you are and learn what you are not. You are strong. You are capable. You are successful. You are amazing. You are not sad. You feel sad, you're experiencing sadness, but you are not a sad person. That's not your destiny. Learn who you are and learn who you are not. Because you're not this. You are not toxic. You are not cursed. You are a person who can do great things. Okay? You are a person who can survive a lot. You are strong. But look, they've got their arm around you. They're helping you, okay? You're not alone. And you are loved. And you are wonderful. So all those things you think about that go against that, they're not true. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them, okay? That is your message. I hope this helped. I hope it connected with you. Look at that. Profound message with silly little Golden Girls deck. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Please consider subscribing if this reading was at all helpful to you, if you had a good time here. I would love to have you so you don't miss any future readings. We do this all the time. Help the earth, help you by taking care of her, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. You are lovable. They love you.